World of YouTube Archie here. I'm in Harvard, Mass. And I'm doing a video in the King Philip War era. Now this pretty much don't have much to do with the King Philip War. How can I explain this? Back in the day, in the Indian era, women, if I don't know, if they fell in love and the man didn't fall in love back with them, I believe they would commit suicide by jumping off rocks. Now, in the story I've been going over with the book, The Great Powwow, Clara had said that an Indian girl and a Englishman would meet on this very rock back in the 1600s, probably 1675, and they would meet here because they were secretly in love. Now, supposedly the story wasn't true, but the foundation of it was about the suicide that Indian women would do. But the story goes is that the Indian lady and the Englishman was here, and he had to go off the war, of course, the King Philip War. And the story is, as it goes, that he did not come back. She was sitting on this rock waiting for him, and another soldier came by on a horse, and she asked him where that other soldier was, and he said to her, he went off and married a woman with long blonde hair, and he's never coming back. And as he rode off, and that was all he said, pretty much they were rude and ignorant back then to the Indians due to the war. She sat there motionless, faceless, didn't cry, and pretty much plunged to her death off this rock. And as you can see, she must have swan dived, pretty much dived off this, because it did say when she jumped she broke her neck. And if I fell right here right now the right way, forward, I would break my neck. This is a good 20-foot drop. But like I said, the story, wasn't truthful. The author of the book said that it was fiction. But the reason why I'm here doing this video is because down the street on this road, it is, and as you can see, straight across, that mountain is Mount Wachusett. And the only reason why I tell this story is because the farmer that pretty much was the main character in the Great Powwow, he lived on this road, literally down the street from this rock. And he used to have Indians work for him up and through here. And the reason why he built this farm up in this area was to keep an eye on Mount Wachusett over there, because the Indians used to set up on that mountain, give out their Indian smoke rings to other tribes during the King Philip War. And they used to do it before that also, due to the fact that Indian tribes did not get along together, like I said in my intro video. But even though this story has, nothing to do with that, but who knows? And this used to be a great walkway to that mountain right there for Indians. So many Indian tribes walked through these valleys and lands and hills and carried on up until the King Philip War. And this farmer up here, I forget his name. I mean, like I said, being the main character, I forgot his name, but still, he's built this farmland up here due to watching over there at the Indians. And like I said, I don't want to go disturb that house, but that farm, land anyways, and house, barn, everything through the King Philip War, had a bloodbath war there too, and the house was burnt to the ground. I believe the new house that is rebuilt is probably, the second or maybe even the third house, but that house got burnt down the street a ways. It's not even a quarter of a mile away from this rock. But yeah, his Indians, if that story would have been true, would come here and, and as you can see, the view of why they came and sat here, if they were real true lovers, this is why, the view of that great mountain over there. But like I said, hell, even people got a couple chairs up here to sit. I believe they live down there. But yeah, who wouldn't want to sit up here? This is a nice view. But then again, who knows what lies beyond the past of what would have really happened if that story was true. But like I said, war was on these lands, and I'm sure there's Indian souls wandering, and I'm still for fact that they come to this rock and look beyond the point looking for their smoke rings as a spirit would dwell. And as you can see, like I said, you see that beautiful view. It would be wonder why an Indian would come up here. Or even, come up here even after being dead. I mean, I would like to sit here and try and make it one night. And, like I said, I'm going to do a series of videos coming through these lands, coming through these, and see what I can get for spirits of the dead of the Indians. And I would just love to see what really happens when this all blows up, of how many orbs and stuff I get. But I'm going to close up this video until the next one. Like I said, I got to map out all of this in the future. But until the next video, YouTube, I'm out. And this is Harvard, Mass. Indian Rock.